Hey, you know what I'm talking about over here? You know, I'm just over here beating on something as usual, rocky kind of thing, you know. I don't really know what's going on, you know. Welcome back to my how-tos, and today I'm going to show you guys how to set up the incline press for free weights. Now this how-to video is for beginners who don't even know what incline even is or even what it looks like, so it's fine if you want to watch, or if you're just new to this, it's great, no problem. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and get started with the setup, but first going to do some stretches, and then we'll move forward to the setup and proper breathing, improper form, and also proper breathing. And then after that, we're going to move on to the muscle groups that this exercise works, along with last but not least, our injury chart. And it's going to be a great, awesome day of learning how to set up. All right, let's get stretching. All right, everyone, here's our stretches. I'm only going to do 3 just so that way everybody's not overwhelmed with the stretches. Let's go and get that done. This stretch right here, I'm just reaching straight up with my right hand, and I'm pushing my chest to the sky, and I'm going to look a little bit to the left here. And what this is going to do is stretch your shoulder and your back and a little bit of your upper chest. You'll feel it just a tiny bit up there, and it will also stretch out your rotator cuff as well. Hold that for about 10 seconds and switch. Okay, switch to the other side. Looking to the right now since we're stretching the opposite side. All right. Okay, now I'm just gonna go ahead and grab the bench and stuff here. Bench and squat rack. Pretty much what this is gonna do is stretch out your spine, your lats, your back, and a little bit of your shoulders, maybe even your triceps a little bit if you get deep enough into the stretch. And our last and final stretch here, you're just gonna take your arm and kind of drop down into a lunge stance like this, straight behind you. Make sure you don't pull your shoulder too far behind you, because then you could injure yourself. But once again, you're gonna look to your left a little bit and bring your chest up a little bit. And what that's gonna do is stretch a little bit more on the upper pectoral muscle. All right, let's go ahead and get the other side. All right, and that's our stretches for this. Let's go ahead and get to the setup. All right, everyone, as you can tell, I have the bench completely the wrong way on purpose, so that way I can show you guys exactly how to do this correctly. First, I'm gonna pull my bench down off of my rack, and then after that, we're gonna go ahead and pull our bar up all the way to the 9th level on your rack. That is if you have one. And all right, now with this one, you're gonna have to pull it up to the 2nd level here. Push it back behind the bar. Make sure you get it nice and center with the bar, and you're good to go. All you have to do is sit down, get your ring finger at the at the open space area, right about where your finger looks like it will go, and then just pull it off the rack and come down and up. All right, so proper breathing with this. You want to breathe in when you come down, out when you go up. All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and just set the bar down and then show you a couple improper ways that I've seen people lift on incline, sorry. So first one I've seen is where people try to like come up like this and then lift, and then they stay like that. That's definitely improper, and it can hurt your spine. Another way that I've seen is where people actually try to like come to the side like that, and see how uneven I am. That's definitely gonna get you injured. And then the last way that I've seen it, I honestly, guys, I know this looks like it would never happen, but I've actually seen people do this where they take the overhand and underhand position and they try to lift it like that. That's obviously going to injure you really bad. So we're going to go ahead and just get our hands a little bit further than the shoulder width and press up on the bar, and then slowly go down to your chest and press up. Hand up. Try to keep your arms at the same speed as one another. And now we're going to go ahead and fast forward. All right, everyone. That has been the setup and the explanation of how to do this exercise. Let's go ahead and move forward to the muscle groups worked. All right, everyone, here we go. The muscle groups that are worked for the incline bench press is going to be right here on the top part of the pectoral for the most part. The mid part is going to be engaged just a little bit more in the shoulders, and support from the biceps, and of course support from your wrist muscles going over here to the triceps and the back muscles, which will also be supporting that as well. You might feel it just a tiny bit in your lats. That's fine. Doesn't mean that you're doing it wrong. It just means that you're probably doing a different kind of form or something. So definitely make sure that your form is pretty good. And then obviously with pretty much every single exercise you do, it involves the core muscles. All right, that has been my muscle group explanation for the incline. Let's go ahead and move on to our first injury. All right, everyone, on to our first injury, and this is actually going to be where your muscle actually tears off the sternum, and this is a very serious injury. Obviously, it can happen on either side of your chest, but once the muscle is actually torn off the sternum, it's actually pretty hard to re-heal it and stuff like that. So just be careful about that. And this is mostly due from bad form or awful form, or even overlifting can do that too. So too much weight on there or too much lifting for the chest area as well. You'll definitely feel soreness around your shoulder, even into your bicep a little bit, and even up into your trapezius and onto the back side, where you will feel some soreness. Most likely you'll feel quite a bit of soreness in your tricep, your back obviously, and then maybe even into your actual latissimus dorsi. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the skeletal system for this injury. All right, everyone, so I'm not necessarily saying that the skeletal system is directly connected with the muscular system in this case, but you will definitely feel some soreness inside your joints and stuff like that. And you will probably feel soreness, you know, in this area of your sternum, right in the middle, for your bones, just a little bit, and then maybe even possibly up here in your trapezius area for where your backbone wraps around a little bit, along with obviously the side of the shoulder and your back area as well. That has been this injury, and the amount of time to recover is a pretty long time. As far as I can tell, it's approximately 2, maybe even 3 years, depending upon how bad your muscle tears off the sternum as well. And it is possible that you could never lift again. Just depends on what your doctor says. All right, let's move on to the next injury. All right, we are on to the next injury that will definitely happen to you if you do improper form. It is called a rupture in the pectoral major, and that could be anywhere from here to there, on top to bottom to the middle part as well, and even possibly next to your sternum a little bit. So it could affect either your entire chest or a specific chest muscle group area. So let's just say you had a tear in the lower one, you'll definitely still feel it in your entire chest, even though it's just in the lower part. And you'll definitely feel lots of soreness in your shoulder, a little bit of soreness in your bicep, and then over here to the triceps, where you will also feel pretty good amount of soreness as well. And then soreness obviously a little bit in the back as well. You may not feel it as much in the back, but you'll definitely feel some soreness there. All right, let's go ahead and move on to our skeletal system for this injury. All right, so the rupture of a pectoral major, pectoral major, that's a little bit hard to say. Anyway, so pretty much the muscle group will be right about here, and if you have both sides, because it could happen to either side for you. But anyway, that's going to feel soreness in the skeletal system, on the shoulders, in the rib cage a little bit, maybe even in the sternum area right here as well. And you could also feel some soreness in the side right here, along with your shoulder back area right here. And it's kind of rare to get soreness in your spine, but I suppose you could also get a little bit of soreness in your spine as well. And that has been the skeletal system explanation for this. The recovery time on this one is about 6 to, I don't know, probably about a year and a half for this one. And then for the first one, the first injury, it would be about the same, about 6 months to a year and a half.
Hey, yo, Patriot, you think I'm gonna make it? Yo, Patriot, where you at?
Oh, what's up? You guys are still here? I'm still here. I'm fighting away the awesomeness. I'm pulling out the awesomeness, and I'm making more awesome videos for you guys. Muscle Enhanced Fitness. Hopefully you guys are enjoying these videos that I'm creating for you. Please let us know if there's anything we need to change in the comments below. Also, like, subscribe, grab life by the horns, and as always, unleash your inner bull.